Hi, it's Laura, and today is April 3rd, 2025, and I am in such a bad mood about so many things. I thought, Laura, stop futzing around with this podcast and just go on the air and explain to people why you're doing this, what it is, and why I hope we're going to have a lot more fun than we are in the real world right now. My name is Laura Van Warmer. And I have been a novelist, an editor, and a publisher for the last 45 years. That's right. I'm 69 years old. Don't freak out because I'm freaking out for you. The point is, as a writer, the one thing I know is I write because I can't stand where my head's at. Even as a child, when I would sit down and make up a story, it was because I didn't want to be wherever it was that I was. It's also why I read. To be taken away somewhere fun, and I felt happy and amused and entertained. When we came up with the idea for the class of 74, it was because I went to my 50th high school reunion and I looked at all these wonderful people. I wanted so much to give them something. I wanted them to remember all the good stuff about high school, not the bad stuff. I mean, everybody had a lot of bad stuff in high school, right? But there was a lot of good stuff, and there was a lot of laughter, and there was a lot of very funny stuff that went on. When I got home, I was telling my other half how much I wished I could have stood up at the reunion and delivered some great story to entertain everybody and wow them and make them laugh and feel good. But I couldn't because this drunk driver hit me in 2015 head on. I woke up like a month later. And what you're listening to, is my ventilator voice, which is fine. I'm grateful to have any voice at all. But I used to make my living, speaking and reading and doing things in the public sphere, and I can't do that anymore. So when I came home, I was frustrated because nobody could hear me at the reunion. My other half said, why don't you write them a story and do it as a podcast, and then they can hear you? And I said, well, baby boomers don't listen to podcasts. I mean, I do, but I don't think anybody else does. Then we thought, well, that's all right. We'll teach everybody. Soon after I started working on this, I realized this was not going to be like writing a novel, that I was going to have to invent something that was a cross between a novel and an old-time radio show. Something where the listener would feel like they had a trusted narrator who would take them away from all this nonsense, somewhere they could have fun and they could laugh and they could hang out with people they like and remember some of the best parts of their lives. So why don't we leave this lunatic world for a while and have a blast with the class of 74?